In this video I'm going to show you how to make a certain type of ghillie suit. I say a type of ghillie suit as there are several different types out there and a lot of different terminology. There's no official index or glossary of terms as far as ghillie suits go, so you may have heard a lot of different terms thrown around out there. I'm going to be demonstrating how to make what I call a modified stalker suit. This suit will be a cross between a ghillie poncho and a ghillie jacket. You'll want to go ahead and trace the outline of your body on the floor. Don't worry about the arms for right now, you're only worried about the head and torso. Trace your outline 6 inches wider all the way around, and this will be the measurement that you use to actually cut the suit out of. Next you'll need to get some net. 3/4 inch fishing net is pretty common to use for ghillie suits. Personally, I use 1 inch netting that is designed to be used outdoors. It is rot proof, UV resistant, and has a very high tensile strength so you can drag it through the woods and not do any damage to it. You'll want to lay your net down and anchor it down, and then go ahead and begin to cut around your outline. As I said before, we're not worried about the arms right now, just the torso and the head. We're going to cut 2 pieces, a front and a back. I want the front to be shorter so I can still access my gear on my kit, and the back longer to hang down past my back. After cutting out the shapes, you should end up with 2 pieces that look something like this. Next you'll want to lay the 2 pieces on top of each other, and go ahead and tie your ghillie material around the seam of it so that way it's fully enclosed. For this suit I'm using natural jute. I'm not a big fan of the synthetic stuff. You can use jute twine or stranded burlap. Either work just fine. Work your way down the seam all the way up and over the head for the shoulders. Go ahead and leave about 6 inches and then tie off underneath the arm. You will want to vary your color as you go because you want it to blend in with the rest of your suit. When you're all done, this is what it should look like. For this particular suit, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut a hole where my face would be, so that way I have a hood that I can remove. You don't have to do this, but it makes the suit easier to put on and off. In this clip, what I'm doing is I'm threading some 550 cord around the face hole and putting a slide lock on it so that I can cinch it up closed. But once again, this part is optional. Follow the same process for the arms. Cut out the netting, tie up the seams, and attach it to the base of the suit. You'll want to try the netting on and off several times before you start tying material on, just to make sure that it's a good fit. You can make any minor adjustments fairly easily at this point. Now that everything fits and is good to go, you can go ahead and start tying on your material. Here's a close-up of me tying some of the material on. Since I'm using 1 inch netting, what I'm doing is I'm tying probably about 6 to 7 strands of jute for every 2 inches of net. So I'm counting out every 2 knots and then tying on a piece. It may seem like not enough material when you start, but once you get the suit done, there'll be plenty there. You want to remember to leave room for the netting so that you can put natural vegetation in your suit, because this is what's really going to help you blend in more than the burlap itself. At this point you are pretty much done, but I'll tell you, it takes a lot longer than the 5 minutes I showed you in this video. I highly recommend that you buy some sort of flame retardant treatment for the material itself, because dry burlap is very, very, very flammable. Go try it out. You can add more material, take some off if you need to. You can really customize it however you want for whatever you're using it for.